wound give less water?
There's Jataka.
These rations barely get us through the day.
Why put guards around the wound?
You can't just take away our water!
The wound gives less water. Our rations adjust.
What's going on?
We know the way of the desert! What's stopping us from taking what we want? And now...
Anyone else want to complain? We're the Desert Clan. We survive with what we have.
Your, commander's not much for hand-holding.
That is not our way. Even less so in her case. Shall we?
Sure. Can't wait.
She's with me.
Draka's not the only one with harsh words for your commander.
The desert has bred survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into battle. Maybe a little too eagerly. I was glad to hear you put an end to Regalla's
Hail
rebellion.
Regalla's conqueror.
Good day.
Even if some of her followers refuse to accept her defeat, the clan lands never seem to run out of problems.
Want to tell me which one we're dealing with now?
You'll find out soon enough.
So... this is the Outlander that bested Regalla. Flying on the wings of the Ten. And now, for some reason, she conspires with the dissident Draka.
Demanding water does not make one a dissident, Yara.
Doesn't make Draka a commander either. You should advise him of that.
Jataka said you needed help.
Did he now?
Aloy has a unique insight into the ways of the Old Ones. She might be able to fix this before it gets out of hand.
Get to the point. What is Jataka talking about?
There is no water.
What do you mean?
I mean the wound in the sand, that which provides the clan with the water we need to survive, is completely dry.
This water source. Jataka said it's somehow related to the Old Ones?
From what we can tell, whatever water we take, it restores on its own. Over time. A few weeks ago, it stopped. I ordered rationing, searched for other viable sources. But everything else nearby is tainted one way or another.
But why the secrecy? Keeping your people in the dark seems to be making things worse.
If the clan knew, my command would be challenged.
There's no water and you're worrying about keeping your command?
Think what you want. Between the machines, the storms, and everything else going on, I'm the only thing keeping this clan from falling apart.
Draka's people sacrificed a lot to get that water. He thinks you're hoarding it for yourself.
The perfect excuse to challenge my command. Like he's always wanted. Of course he makes it sound very noble. That he only cares about his thirsty people. But all he really wants is to be in charge. And if he was, he'd face the exact same problem I have. There is simply not enough water to go around.
I can't promise anything. But if this wound was built by the Old Ones, I might be able to fix it.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
Just show her the wound, Yara.
Very well. You can tell me when we get there.
After you.
The wound in the sand is this way. You're not Karja. Or Oseram.
I was born amongst the Nora, as far east as you are west.
I've heard of your people. They say only those who are exiled leave your lands.
There are exceptions.
What business does a Nora exception have in the West?
Believe it or not, to help people, even the ones who don't want it.
Sounds like a difficult path. This is it. The wound in the sand.
Definitely built by the old ones. Focus should show me more. Pipes. Leading outside the settlement.
What do you see?
A trail. I should be able to turn off
What are
my
you doing?
focus for a while. Your wound leads underground.
We've tried going down there, but it's too narrow for anyone to reach the bottom. Where are you going?
The trade is welcome.
I think I can lead us to where the water comes from. Or used to.
How?
Doesn't matter.
What matters is that the wound is fixed and my people survive. Lead the way. Machines. Time to fight! I can see why Draka wanted your help in gutting his machines.
Thanks.
Where to now?
Your wound has veins that spread underneath the sand. I'm just following their trail.
Not to another machine ambush, I hope.
Believe it or not, I have better things to do than try to kill you. Those flowers. The ground's wet too. The vein must have leaked here. Not enough to be the cause of the missing water, but enough for these plants to grow. We're on the right track.
You see all that from a patch of wet sand?
Yep.
That mound. It looks like the metal from the wound. We really are following its trail.
As I've been saying.
The desert kills, but it also surprises.
That goes past that ridge. We're gonna have to do some climbing.
Nothing we can't handle, I'm sure.
It's a lot of machines.
And a very dead soldier.
Is it one of yours?
I need to take a closer look.
We need to get rid of the machines first. Follow me.
You got it! Keep going! That's it! Don't let up!
You know him?
That is one of Draka's men. I will cut off that dissident's head and feed it to the vultures if he had anything to do with...
We don't know what happened here yet. And we still have a trail to follow.
Lead the way.
Water.
Barely a lick's worth. But there are no streams in this area.
Which means
These anchors. That soldier must have used them to get up this cliff.
he must have been going back to Arrowhand when those machines got him.
Maybe he found something up there worth reporting back about.
We'll find out soon enough.
What is this?
The problem. I'm gonna need my focus. That weapon. Looks like Draka's man tried to pry this open, but he didn't know what he was doing. And now the water's not going where it's supposed to.
Sabotage.
Or ignorance. I don't think this is gonna do anything.
The water's still leaking.
Gotta try something else. Maybe if I follow that main pipe, I'll find something useful.
What do you need me to do?
Just, stay here. Let me know if anything changes. I'm gonna take a look around. valve. That might help.
Hey! It stopped leaking.
It looks like that stopped the water flow. Now I just need to find a way to get it to Scalding Spear. That's the same type of machinery we found outside. Only this one's not leaking. Maybe it can help me switch the water flow. Looks like I can redirect the water with this thing. Maybe that'll bypass the leak. Sounds like the water's switched. Gotta open the valve upstairs. Get that water circulating. Sounds like that did something.
Aloy, I can hear water in the room again.
Anything leaking?
Not that I can see.
Let's hope that means my plan worked. That should do it.
This will return water to Scalding Spear?
Checking the wound is the only way to be sure.
Draka knew what would happen if the capital was left without water. But he didn't care. All he wanted was to cause a crisis so he could challenge my command.
We don't know that for sure.
Meet me back at the wound when you can. Please. To make sure the water will flow.
I will. Don't do anything rash about Draka.
Only an upstart acts rashly. A commander bides her time. Hey. The desert was kind to lead you to us.
Things are about to get ugly between Draka and Yara. Maybe I can head it off. I see soldiers guarding the wound in the sand. But no Yara. What's going on? I need to see the wound.
I'm afraid your presence is required in the commander's quarters.
Is everything okay?
The dissident Draka has been apprehended for interfering with the wound.
How did he interfere?
He entered the wound by force, saw that it was empty, except for a slow trickle that began when you fixed the device in the desert. He did not take it well.
Of course he didn't. I'll go meet with them.
Be always vigilant.
Mayor, walk with honor. Doubted that it isn't water, Outlander.
You have some nerve.
You're one to talk?
That doesn't...
How could you let this happen?
How did I let this happen? You're the one who sabotaged the wound in the first place. You're lucky we were able to fix it, or your head would already be on a spear.
You call that fixed? It's just a dribble. And it's not my fault. I already told you, Ukta came to me. He said he found something in the desert that might get us water. I had no idea it had anything to do with the wound.
And you expect me to believe that?
Aloy, I came for the water that was owed to us, and when I found out that there is no water, they arrested me.
As I already told you, the water is returning, but slowly. It'll be weeks before the wound is full again. Until then, I will send Arrowhand what I can.
You hid what happened to the wound. How can we believe you now?
Draka.
No, you know what? Enough of this! No more words! Consider that a challenge!
Gather your squads then, and meet us at the Gate of the Vanquished. I have a challenge to prepare for. Leave me.
This will be the end of the clan. I have to stop it. We have to stop it.
Hold on a second. Help me understand. What do you mean, the end of the clan?
Both sides will take their most loyal squads to the Gate of the Vanquished. Then they'll butcher each other as part of a ritual challenge. But it won't stop there. Whoever wins will try to wipe out the loser's loyalists all over the desert. The fighting could last for months. Those two scabheads are going to doom us all.
Can't you stop them?
I'm a chaplain. I provide counsel. I cannot force them to heed it. Even Chief Hekarro can't intervene. It is a matter for the clan alone.
What is this gate?
The doorway to a dead cauldron. A symbol of what the tribe aspires to. The defeat of deranged machines.
Right. I know it.
It is a place of great significance for our clan. Even greater now, since it will mark the onslaught of a massacre.
What makes you think I can help you stop them? I'm not even from this tribe.
They both owe you a debt. You aided them when no one else could. And you've seen into their hearts, just like I have. Misguided in different ways, but no less worthy of the people they protect. Your words might be enough to spear some sense into them.
Yeah, well, they're not exactly good listeners.
And you are no ordinary speaker. You fly on the wings of the Ten. I will go to the Gate of the Vanquished, southwest of here, to stall them. But without you, I'm afraid we'll run out of body bags fast.
If what Jataka says is true, Yara and Draka will end up killing a lot more than just each other. There has to be something I can do.
Sandstorms keep getting worse.
That's a lot of angry Tenakth. Draka and Yara are already here.
You're their commander. You can stop. You're here.
The flame that flies on the wings of the Ten.
Aloy, did you come to witness the challenge?
Does there have to be a challenge?
Oh yeah, there does.
If you persist, all of these squads will join the fights. How many will die here? And how many will die in our villages once the retaliation begins?
There has to be another way.
Listen to what she has to say. You both owe her that much.
Draka, you lost a lot of good people hunting machine herds to trade for water. You want to lose more now?
But that cost is exactly why I'm doing this. Why I had to send people to find other sources in the first place. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with what happened to the wound. Ukta came to me, said he found underground leaks that might lead to another well, that's all. I didn't tell him to screw it all up and drain the wound.
So stand down so we can all talk about this.
No! No more talking, no more lies. Yara can't be trusted. That's been proven.
Yara, do you really need to do this?
He sabotaged the wound. You can't tell me you believe he knew nothing about it. And it was all part of his plan, to force a confrontation. Don't you see? This is what he's wanted all along. It doesn't matter how many die as long as he gets what he wants. Command of the clan. No. I'm putting an end to this. Now!
Is this how you two plan to save your clan? By causing a massacre over who gives the orders? Drop this foolishness and work together.
She's right. Put away your spears. Return to your homes.
Which means she stays in charge? Forget it!
You see? Replacing me is all he cares about. It's a vendetta. And it has to end here.
For once we agree.
Pick a side, Aloy. Because we're settling this now.
There must be a way to minimize the bloodshed.
The Tenakth never make things easy, do they?
I'm afraid not.
Becoming commander isn't going to change what happened to the wound, Draka. If you really wanted to help your people, you wouldn't be throwing away more lives just to change who gives the orders.
You really are something, Flame of the Desert. But I didn't come all this way to let things stay the way they are.
Then fight us. Just us. You want to save lives? Keep your squads out of it.
I've seen how you fight. These soldiers are with me.
Then we stand with Aloy and Yara. Even numbers.
Fine, old man. It's your funeral. New rules. We're keeping it to just us. Winner takes command.
Nice knowing you, Aloy.
You should have backed down when you had the chance, Draka.
A child can hit better than that.
More than that to put me down. Barely a wound.
A good hit, not good enough.
It's over, Draka.
Not just yet.
You did your best to follow the path. You die with honor.
Did it have to end like that?
It's the way of the desert.
Well, what happens now?
We live off the water the wound ekes out, rationing until it fills back up. And I'll make sure Arrowhand gets its fair share.
Yeah, you'd better.
The desert never forgets. And I won't either. How you've helped us, I mean. I give this to you now, for all you've done for this clan.
annoyingly impatient at your age, too.
Everything okay? What are you doing out here?
Ask my grandmother. I risked leaving guard duty to look for her. She stopped to see the bloom, and now she won't leave. Since when does she care about flowers?
They're not just flowers, child. They're scarlet stems with a scent that soothes the nerves. Or so I was told many years ago by an Utaru seed tracker.
An Utaru? Now you're telling stories. If one trespassed here back then, you'd have killed him on sight.
I couldn't. Found him picking flowers, right near here, in Tanakh territory. I was all set to strike him down, but he was singing.
Singing?
Can't remember the tune now. Just the lilt of his voice. And his name. Nilo. He decided to stay for a day or two. I took guard duty here so I could keep coming back to him. And he kept delaying his return to Plainsong. For the flowers, he said.
Please don't tell me I'm descended from an Utaru gardener.
Almost. Almost. But the thrill of battle called to me, and he had to return to his people. I've always wondered about the life I missed with him. Whether he misses it too. Would he welcome me in Plainsong? Or at least accept a scarlet stem?
It's a long way to Plainsong, but I get back there now and then. I could pick some scarlet stems and bring them to Nilo, if I can find him.
Please. He was an herbalist there. I know the time has long since passed, but I'd like to know. Well, I'd like him to know. You know what I mean.
I think I do.
Encouraging an old woman? Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I? Cook should know what to do with this. Hot as an Oseram forge, as Erend would say. I should look for the herbalist. Might still be Nilo. I could give him the scarlet stems.
What can I do for you?
You're the herbalist here, right? Are you Nilo?
No, Nilo was before my time. I think he went up north a while back to Riverhim. Why? Do you need a special solve?
No, but someone else does, in a way. Thanks. I'll try Riverhim.
There's a grove there, a memorial, a beautiful greenery. If he's there, I bet he'll be tending it.
Thanks again.
Glad I could help. I hope you find what you're looking for in Riverhim.
The sowings are sprouting. The land gods smile upon us. Okay then.
Okay, Riverhim. I should look for Nilo, give him the Scarlet Stems. The herbalist in Plainsong said he might be near the Memorial Grove.
Everybody is talking about it.
Nilo.
Did she say Nilo?
There is bloom in the steps of the land god.
The first bloom of the winter song. I can feel the heaviness of my years fade away just by looking at them.
They're beautiful.
It was good to see the young ones fight for this place. I'll be damned if those sprouts didn't hold their own, strong as the roots of a proud tree. Just don't tell them I said that.
Your secret's safe.
Now, I better make sure our newly victorious warriors don't injure themselves while celebrating.
Hi there.
Nora, here. You're a long way from home.
I suppose I am. I'm looking for an herbalist named Nilo. I think I heard you say his name.
You've come to the right place. His seeds were buried here, where he tended the blooms of others, including my mother's. I'm his daughter, Gia.
How long has he been gone?
Some 5 years now. He put a lot of love into this grove. Almost as much as he gave me. That's why I could never abandon Riverhim.
I'd like to leave some flowers, if I may. From an old friend of his.
Scarlet stems. They're rare in these parts, but they were his favorite. I never knew why. He planted them whenever he could, but never picked them. Preferred to just watch them bloom.
Sounds about right. So he was a good man who led a full life?
He was. And he did. I don't know who this old friend is, but if my father liked them, they must be a good soul.
The Outlander's back.
I can still see well enough, girl.
Is my long vigil over? You have word from my grandmother's gardener?
Yes and no. I laid the scarlet stems at his grave. His favorite flower, according to his daughter. Always loved to watch them bloom.
He's gone. But he did think of me over the years. That'll have to be enough.
Really? That's it? Are you sure you got the right herbalist?
Huh. Seemed like you thought it was a fool's errand.
Well, it's just that it meant something to you. It could have been a whole other life.
Could have been. But this life hasn't turned out so bad. I even have a granddaughter who cares enough to come looking for me out in the wilds. And I've still got scarlet stems to remind me of Nilo.
Sounds like your grandmother's got it all figured out.
Maybe she does. Just tell me the next time you want to come out here, okay? Instead of disappearing?
Maybe I will. Here, Outlander. Take this. For helping an old woman to remember she was once young.
May our blades strike as one.
You and the chiefs.
Calling gently.
She's good.
Outlander, will you trade with the Tanakh?
Outlander.
May your blade be
Conqueror of
fresh.
Regala. Champion of the groves.
You said something about rewarding me? You don't have to. Regala had to be stopped.
That battle was almost the end of me and my partner Sosek. During the fighting, I was surrounded by rebels just as I saw a machine about to strike him down. Then your bomb fell from the sky and he was saved. We all were. I can't properly repay you for what you did, but I can offer you something.
You really don't need to.
Honor is payment enough for any warrior, I know, but Greenshine will buy more blades. I discovered a cache of it inside a cave on a mountain to the southwest of here, right at the edge of the desert. It's guarded by machines, but if you can fly in and bomb them as you did in the battle, you can claim the Greenshine for yourself.
I might give it a try. Do you want me to bring some back to you?
No, it's for you, all of it. The least I can give you for saving Sosek's life. I only wish I could be there to see you swoop from the sky and claim it.
A cache of Greenshine could come in handy. Sounds like I'll have to fly up there. And a bomb from a Horus would make dealing with those machines a lot easier.
Greetings, warrior.
Welcome,
So now I can fly up that mountain. But maybe I should follow that Tanakh's advice and get a bomb first. There's a Horus just southwest of the Osram in Vegas. That should have a bomb. of machines down there. Do I fight them or find a bomb first? There's the horse. Looks like the holdouts have built a camp under it. But they won't get in the way of me collecting that bomb. Time to drop that bomb. Things easier. Gotta finish off those machines and pick up that green shine. Ground's clear of machines. Time to find that green shine. gonna be tough. Hope that's all the machines I have to deal with. This'll break my fall. There's the cash. I should pick up that green shine now. It was nice of that Tanakh soldier to point me this way. I wasn't looking for thanks, but I'll take it.
Can you fell Regala as easily as the bulwark, Outlander?
Hun, trade.
If we want to reclaim our honor, then we must do so in battle with Regala.
I wonder how much snow is gonna pile up.
I'll join too then. Wasn't asking you to. Good day. I know. Walk with honor. Can you
Come,
fell
Huntress.
Regala as
You and
easily
I
as the
should
bulwark,
speak.
Outlander? Legends walk among us, and she is the proof.
You're brave to show your face. The wars with the Karja are...
Are you Chaplain Jera? Kotallo said I should talk to you, to see if you need help.
Bold move, Wallbreaker, burying Tekote's pride beneath the bulwark's rubble.
I was just...
At ease. Many in the clan agree with you, and Marshal Kotallo was right to send you to me. There is something you can help with. A few of our soldiers followed him to the embassy at Barren Light, against Tekote's orders.
Right. I remember Kotallo showed up last, with only a few representatives from the Sky Clan.
When those soldiers returned home, Tekote reassigned them to an old watchtower, one we had abandoned to the machines. He insisted that with war brewing it must be reclaimed, but those soldiers are serving no one out there. If, however, they were to return by request of Hakaro's champion, Tekote wouldn't have the backing to deny them, especially when their chaplain supports their return.
Tell a few soldiers to come home and give Tekote another black eye? Sounds easy enough.
Go to the Cold Rushes, a long stretch to the west. The watchtower stands beside the falls. Speak to Kiva there, the squad's leader. Good luck.
Regala's bane. You should see her in action.
You can do better than that. You heard him. Move it.
You bring trade.
Welcome.
Let none doubt the strength of the Outlander's blade.
Aloy, it's Kotallo. I've heard from passing scouts that Commander Yara is dealing with new troubles in the Desert Clan. But again, that clan is in a lot of trouble.
Thanks for the heads up. Maybe I should stop on Scullion Spear. Check out what Yara's doing. Jera said the old watchtower should be near the falls. Time to tell those soldiers to head home. We're gonna part ways. There's the watchtower. I need to talk to their squad leader, Kiva. Looks like the soldiers had some trouble. They must barely be able to
hot stone meal.
Are you Kiva?
I am. And you. You're the Outlander who killed Regala's champion at the embassy. Ram Squad was there. We saw your duel. Pavalo still owes me shards.
Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. Chaplain Jera sent me. It's time for you to go home.
Jera's cracked then. There's no way our commander will allow us to leave our post. Not after our insubordination.
Things have, changed at the Bulwark. Tekotteh won't be able to stop you.
Really? He's finally been taken down a notch? All right then. The last member of Ram Squad is on duty at the tower on the mountain. Let me recall him. That's odd. Ezeko always answers. One of us will have to go up.
I can get up there easily. I'll check on him.
Much appreciated. The start of the climb is just across the falls. Try not to break your neck, yeah?
What's going on?
We're moving out, back to the Bulwark.
Good shit.
This must be the start of the climb. The watchtower should be at the top. Skydrifters. Circling the watchtower. That's not a good sign. I can't override that machine until I find the right person. I'm getting closer to the watchtower. Looks like I have to climb higher. I gotta take out these machines before I can look around. Judging by these wounds, the Skydrifter surprised him. At least it was quick. Key the Senator Horn. It's a different call from before. I'd better get back down to the watchtower and check on them. The watchtower's under attack. I need to get down there fast. Swooping into battle. Those machines are in for a surprise.
Thompson 10, the Outlander glides. Zekko's. Thanks for the assist. Is the Zekko on his way down?
Actually, machines got him. Took him by surprise. I'm sorry.
What? He was the first of the squad. Our best fighter. All we did was go to the embassy. Follow Chief Hikaro's orders? And what do we get for it? A death sentence dressed up as guard duty. All because Tekotteh has a vendetta against the Chief.
Well, that ends now.
Yeah. Thanks, Outlander. Here. This is for you. Pavalo! We're moving out.
Tekotteh's an underhanded jerk. Maybe now he'll start wasting lives over political issues.
So, say the chief gets his way. Lasting peace with the Guardian. Then what?
May honor guide you.
Trade, maybe?
Your enemy.
Pass it over
You're brave.
My brother will make it.
Oh, the famous Nora. Let's have a trade. Hit harder, soldier. He's not made of straw.
Greetings, Tamer.
Be always vigilant.
Where this Outlander walks, SkyClan is built on courage, not stone walls. There walks the
Outlander,
embarrassed to
will you trade with the Tanakh?
Stay focused. You
Fly.
follow through.
You, Outlander.
Come and trade. You know where I am. Plainsong, honor their name. Attacking the grove? Regala. Can you fell Regala as easily as the bulwark, Outlander?
Every battle brings surprises.
I saw the Outlander fly with my own eyes.
Strength is yours.
Honor and strength.
She's the one who defeated Regala.
The Outlander has shown us.
Leave him
Must
alone.
your brain show your face. So say the chief gets his way. Last in
I don't care what
peace
you say.
with the Karja. Then what?
Whale, were you there? I saw it all in the
Free passage over the
Regala
borders.
must be licking
I
the
was
wounds
there.
now.
I saw you fly on the wings of the ten.
Step through the Karja land.
Honor and strength.
It's nothing like
Your
what
blade
happened
is
at
we
Peebles.
want to reclaim our honor,
then we must do so in battle with Regala.
Outlander. I have just the things you need. In the name of the Ten.
Were you discussing me?
Keta, apologize. I think you offended our guest.
No offense intended. We were debating whether you or Farika were the first to fly on the wings of the Ten.
Farika?
She fought a stormbird and it lifted her into the air.
Sounds like flying to me.
You're talking about her like she's no longer around.
She's not. After she grabbed onto the machine, it flew off with her to that mountaintop.
The stormbird still circles the peak, but we never saw Farika again.
It's sad. What a way to go.
I'll say, if you find yourself flying on the wings of the Ten again, search the mountain. She was a great soldier with armor to match, and it serves no one lying up there.
I'll think about it.
I'm telling you, she flew.
Still doesn't count.
That, soldiers? Not even close.
You really think ordaining more marshals will
Seek out the wisdom of
This easy? This is the mountain made out to knock, voiced with a stormbird. Farika's armor should be around here somewhere. Time to get off. focus might find something I missed. A fragment of Farika's armor. There must be more. I don't like the sound of that.
Whoa! It must be the Stormbird that killed Farika. Farika's armor. The snow brought the chill. One more bit of armor lodged in the machine. Another armor fragment. Looks like another bit of armor. I guess that's it then. I should let the Tenakth know I recovered what's left of Farika's kit.
Ridiculous acrobatics.
We saw you fly. Did you find Farika?
I was able to retrieve her armor. What's left of it anyway. She didn't stand a chance against that Stormbird.
Ah, I see. Painful end. But not without glory. So, what do you think? Was she the first to fly on the wings of the Ten?
She was brave, and spent a fair amount of time in the air. I'd say what she did qualifies.
She flew! I knew it. The first to fly. As her successor, you should keep her armor. You can fix it up at the workbench. This way.
Once you repair the armor, you're welcome to it. You take after Farika. Bold, brave, and a diplomatic liar.
She met a harsh fate. Let her have the title.
Fair enough. It's kind of you to show such humility.
Outlander has shown us.
Go in strength.
There walks the Outlander.
Once you repair
Come,
Farika's
save
armor,
your
wear
wish
it
for
with her
someone
boss.
else.
Hit harder, soldier. He's not made of straw.
Defeat teaches the
Go
stars
dog.
lessons. The Sky Clan must.
You fought well.
May your enemies fall. There walks the Outlander.
You've won, Your Honor. The Outlander has shown us. We must join them.
Here walks the ally of the Tenor. Ally of the Tenor.
The champion conquered the arena, and I missed it. I was stuck on guard duty.
My brother will make it.
Well, that was acrobatic.
What's going on here?
The Wallbreaker, who flew on the wings of the 10. Jekka's brother here went off to get himself killed.
He'll finish the climb. I know it.
Not likely.
My brother Pento left to climb the March of the 10, to get his soldier's mark. They were supposed to be done by now, but he's not back yet.
Jekka, Lataka, to your training, now!
Your brother should have stuck to his cleaning duties.
Would you mind checking up on the march? If I leave, my squad leader will kick my ass. And I don't want anyone thinking I'm worried about my brother making the climb. Because I'm not.
I get it.
You can't miss the path markers. They're by the waterfall west of here.
If I head that way, I'll see what's going on.
Thank you.
No slacking, soldier!
I'm coming, I'm coming. Pento, you better stay safe.
Spirit sword disguise with you.
Will you stay to hunt down the holdouts?
Judging by these markers, that climbing trail Jekka talked about must be nearby. I should check up on her brother while I'm here.
Is this all of us?
The way that wind picked up, there's bound to be an avalanche.
What happened?
Wallbreaker. If you've come to witness the March of the 10, you're out of luck.
Actually, I came looking for someone called Pento.
Pento?
That poor scab was as good as dead even before the storm hit.
You're out of line, soldier.
What's he talking about?
The kid you're looking for is still up on the mountain, along with 2 others. Pento was the only one who decided to break tradition and climb without a partner. His odds aren't good. I'm sorry to say they never were to begin with. As far as being Tanak goes, he's got most of it backwards.
So what? You're all just waiting here? Shouldn't you be calling for help?
Couldn't find anyone in that storm, even if we wanted to. Those kids are at the mercy of the mountain now.
We'll see about that. But first, a couple of questions. Why is everyone so sure this Pento can't climb that mountain?
Our people are soldiers. We respect strength and agility. Pento has neither. Never has. He's been stuck on cleaning duty since he was a child. Yet he decided to undergo our clan's most difficult trial on his own.
And you think he's crazy for trying?
I'm not a fan of that word. When I chose to wear a woman's armor, people called me crazy too. I guess Pento just feels like he has to prove himself, to show who he really is. I understand, believe me. But that climb is hard enough, even without a storm.
What is this march you mentioned?
This is one of the toughest slopes in SkyClan territory. It's said that the Ten climbed this mountain in pairs during their war against machines. Our people partner up to earn their soldiers' marks by following in the Old One's footsteps and retrieving the Blood Crest, a flower that grows on the summit. Until Pento, that is. He insisted on climbing on his own.
You mean no one wanted to climb up with him?
I tried to stop him, but there were technically no rules against it, so I let him pass.
That sounds familiar. The Nora have a similar ritual. No one wanted me in that one either.
Their mistake, I presume.
Yep. I could try following the path up the mountain. See if I can find Pento. You said there were 2 other climbers missing as well?
Just one. The other is right there. Zika!
Rocco and I, we were climbing back down. There was an avalanche. We got separated. I couldn't see anything.
Someone's gotta go up there.
You can barely see your own feet in that storm.
Except I don't need to. I'll be back.
Are you wounded?
If the storm gets too rough, I can always use my focus to find those climbers. I should follow the markers. They'll lead me to the start. Markers. I'm on the right track.
You want some of this?
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight. That Tanox needs help. You okay?
Not really, but I'll live.
Your climbing partner, she said you got separated during an avalanche?
My partner? Yeah. The avalanche caught us off guard. Swept me up like a twig. I was sure I was a goner. Then someone grabbed hold of me and pulled me out. It was Pento. He risked his life for me.
Did you see where he went?
Up that cliff behind you. Said he was gonna finish the climb. I told him it was suicide, but he wouldn't listen.
Can you make it back down on your own?
Yes. You're not going after him, are you?
Go. Get back to Wakata before the storm gets any worse.
May the Ten be with you.
I have to find Pento before he gets himself killed. I should use my focus to pick up Pento's trail. Those must be Pento's tracks. Let's hope I can catch up to him. It looks like the avalanche destroyed most of the climbing path. The missing soldier must have climbed up this way. Pento made it past here. The path must have collapsed after him. Maybe I can glide across. Let's hope that's Pento. Looks like he could use some help.
Who's there?
A friend! Pento?
Do I know you?
Wakata sent me. We need to get off this mountain, now.
No. I'm not going back there as a failure. I am getting that flower no matter what.
Look, I know what it's like when your tribe looks down on you, but you—
Then you understand why I'm either gonna get to the top of this mountain or die on it. Thank you. What are you doing?
This climb is meant to be done by two people, right? I'll be your partner.
I'll follow your lead. Want this?
Looks like the trail carries on here.
I'll leave it here. You know my name, but I don't think I caught yours.
It's Aloy.
Thought you might want some. You sure you want to involve yourself with the Bulwark's biggest loser, Aloy?
I like to make my own judgments about people.
You know, it's not like everyone can be born with a sword glued to their hand, but apparently— What was that?
I don't know.
Maybe it's just the wind.
It's a dead end.
There's a climbing spike left over from the original path. Not that it's of much use right now. Sorry. That was amazing!
I'll knock this tree down. It should let us reach the climbing path.
You won't hear me complaining.
We should be able to jump onto that climbing path from the tree.
That's some climbing gear you've got.
Thanks. It's time to start climbing.
That doesn't sound like any storm wind I've ever heard.
Almost there. This is it.
I can't believe we actually made it.
Let's get to that summit then. We can handle it. Come on.
Got it. Come on. This way, Aloy.
Wait up!
I take this with me, and I'll be a real soldier.
Storm. It's easing up. So, how does it feel to make rank?
Pretty great, actually. This means everything to me.
You know, even if you go back with that, it doesn't mean they'll treat you any different.
Honestly, I think I just need to prove to myself I could do this. You should go back. Let the others know I'm okay. I'd like to take a moment, if you don't mind. I'll be right behind you.
Of course.
Thank you.
I can probably reach the bottom of the trail faster if I use my shield wing. And get a nice view, too. Can't let the cold distract me. Everything looks so peaceful now that the storm has passed. Going down.
should be reaching the bottom of the trail soon. Pento can't be far behind. There's everyone.
Did you find Penta, Outlander?
He got himself killed, didn't he?
Don't say that.
Aloy, you return alone.
Where is he?
He's my brother.
You can't go crying like that, Jekka. You're the sister of a proper soldier now.
Bento!
Ow! I bring you the blood crest as proof of my march.
And with my blessing, you join our ranks. May you find your path on the wings of the Ten.
You've gotta be kidding me! Him? A soldier? Please. Flower or no flower, we all know all he'll ever be good for is cleaning everyone's shit.
I think we're done here.
Better put some snow on that, or it'll bruise. Thanks for saving my life. Maybe when I get my own soldier's mark, we can fight in the same squad. Give me a chance to return the favor.
He's cute.
Go on. I'll catch up. Here. Something to commemorate our climb. May the Ten always grant you victory, Aloy.
I'll see you around, Pento.
Gotta be another way through. Maybe we could go up and over. Looks like we have company. Why not?